Hi friends, I'm Jaya Kalra and welcome to my channel. Uh, as we are talking about the Khasi folk tales, in my previous video I had shown and I'd spoken about the lost book, and in which, how the Khasis they lost their book in which all the rituals for the worship was written. So today we will be talking about how the origin of betel and tobacco happened. So this is the story, and there is a very interesting story behind it. If you go to any Khasi people house, you will find rich upper. Anyone offers you the pan with betel and the whiff of tobacco. So today we will see about it. A series devoted on the work of Mrs. Raffi on her book Khasi Folktales. So let me tell you the interesting story of pan betel and tobacco, like from where they originated and how they started in the Khasi families to be served whenever anyone comes to your house. So it just happened there were two boys. They were very good friends, used to live in the slopes of the village, and their friendship was very, very strong. So there was there were Uriba, who was from a very rich family, and there was his friend whose name was U Baduk. He was from a very poor family, but it didn't make any difference in their friendship. So they grew together. They used to play together. They learned how to shoot the arrow and bow, like from the bow, how to shoot the arrow, and all these things they learned. So they were so close. Nothing matters in their friendship, and gradually they were growing. And when they grew up, the friend who was wealthy, whose name was Uriba, had to look after his father's property, and he became more and more busy. And the friend, the Yubaduk, who was poor, he had to go to the village to produce the rice and the food for his parents. So they both were busy, but their friendship was very, very strong. And they used to meet occasionally. Then, after that, what happened? They grew more and they got married. And when they got married, the Uriba married to a woman who was from a very rich family like him, and their name spread all over. But Yu Baduk also married from a family equivalent to themselves, and the girl was very nice and very supportive to him. But at that time when he got married, he shifted far away from the village. Now it happened whenever he used to come and meet his friend you Riba, so they used to enjoy, and he used to enjoy the hospitality served from his house, his family, from his wife and parents, and he used to enjoy it. And every time he used to go, he used to have this kind of a hospitality, and he used to come back and tell his wife. So one fine day, when he came back after meeting his friend in the village, and the wife told him, the Yubaduk's the wife told him that in the village everyone is just is saying that you don't have any rich friend, and you just boast it that you have a rich friend. If it is like that, why he has never visited you? You are the only one always going to him. So he thought, okay, if people are talking, he got very angry, because not because the people are saying something wrong to him, but he was more disturbed that they are making a wrong stories about his friendship. So next time when he went to his friend Yuriba, he told him, look, every time I come to you and you serve your hospitality to me and I enjoy it, but see, like, you have never come and met my wife also. So why don't you come once to our house also and enjoy our hospitality also? At that time, Yuriba said, yes, I made a wrong, this thing, very big mistake, that I should have come to your place also and met your wife. So don't worry. You tell your wife, tomorrow I'm coming and I'll enjoy your hospitality, and I'll eat and enjoy the food cooked by her, the curry and rice. So the Yu Baduk was very happy, and when he came back and he told the whole story to his wife, and but it was so sudden. So Yu Baduk's wife said, there is no food, no rice, no fish at home. How we will serve the food to him? Then Yubaduk told his wife that, look, our neighbors are very nice and kind. Till now, we have never asked anything from them. But you can just go and tell them the whole story and ask their favor and get some rice and fish from them. Then in the evening, the Yubaduk's wife, she went to the whole length of village, and she requested each and every house, but everyone refused to give her rice or the fish. She was very disappointed, and she came back very sadly. She was telling the whole story to his husband. Then Yu Baduk said, what kind of a world we are living in, where you don't have, the man is so unkind and we don't have something to offer to our friends. What kind of a world we are living in? And then he picked up the knife lying nearby, and he just killed himself. And when he killed himself, the wife saw, she started crying, and she was in so much of grief. She said, what is the point of me living when my husband is also not there? She also picked up the knife and she killed herself. And now, after that, the both were dead and lying on the ground. That was the time in the village, the thief. He was, whose name was, he was a robber whose name was Nongtu. He used to come and robber in the village. So he was taking a round in the night in the village, and it was very cold outside. So he thought, let me sneak in some house and make myself warm before it gets. Before it becomes bright in the morning, I'll just sneak out from the house. And he just saw the Yu Baduk's house, and he found it was very calm and quiet, and there was a fire burning in one side. He thought they work hard and they must have gone to sleep after working the whole day. So let me just sneak in this house and take rest. And before the dawn, I'll just come out from the house and just run away from here. So he entered in the Baduk's house without knowing there are two dead bodies lying on the ground. He entered, he sat near the fireplace, and when he was sitting near the fireplace, he felt very warm, and he just went to sleep. And when he got up in the morning, he saw that it was bright morning, and it's very hard to just get away from here. But immediately his eyes fell on two dead bodies. When he saw those two dead bodies lying on the ground, he said, oh my god, now if I want to run away from here also, the villagers will kill me, because I've got a very evil reputation in people's mind. So if I want to run away also, I can't, and these people, all the villagers will kill me. So he thought like what to do. He said like, instead of getting beaten by the villagers and killed by them, it's better I kill myself and die. And he also picked up the knife and he killed himself. Then after that, what happened? The In the afternoon, as he told the Yuriba told his friend that I will be coming, he reached the village. And when all the villagers in the morning, when these people didn't open the door, didn't come out, they collected outside the house and they saw that what's the matter, why they are not coming out. And they, when they just found them lying on the ground dead, they felt very sad that they just recollected that how they refused to giving them the rice and the fish to entertain their friend. They felt very bad. And when his friend Reba came to the village and they told the whole mist happening to him, and he couldn't control himself, and he cried and cried and cried, and he started asking the God, what kind of a world we are living in, where, like, the friend cannot treat, the poor people cannot treat his friend. So what kind of a word we are, show something to us, like how we can greet and treat our friends when they come to our house. Then after that, like, it just happened, the god was walking abroad and looking at the universe down there, and he saw that, the Uriba is crying, and he felt very pity on his cry, and listened to him. And that was the time the god told him, okay, like, I will do something like that, so that, like, anyone comes to any house without spending much money, they can entertain their friends. So then the god jo hai, like, he said, I'll cause a valuable plants, like, which will grow. And from there he just said, like, I'll grow three plants. And then immediately, where those dead bodies were lying, sprung three trees, one of the palm, one of the betel, and one of the tobacco. And the god said, now these things, anyone comes to your house, rich or poor, anyone, like wherever anyone comes, you can offer and you can entertain your friends. From that time, it is considered, like, the palm, tobacco, and the betel trees came out. And every Khasi house, when you go there, poor or rich, they offer you the pan with the beetle and with the whiff of tobacco on that. And this is the story about that, how the pan, beetle, and tobacco just, king in the origin. And this is the story, like, the man were living to live and offering. So this is all about the pan, beetle, and tobacco story. And friends, if you have not watched my previous videos, also kindly click the link and watch. And just keep watching, because we have 18 stories which I have painted, and I will be telling you the story, that Khasi folk tales. And this is the sixth story till now. And you can watch the previous five stories also if you have not watched them, friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe my channel. If you have not shared it, kindly share with your friends to enjoy these stories, and press the bell icon to get more information. Friends, we'll meet with the seventh story in the next video. Bye till then.